Welcome to Niagara-based afternoon update. I got the little boy to bed, so I got a few minutes to share with you the news. And this is the latest breaking. You can follow along at niagarabase.com. Niagara Falls Councillor Wayne Thompson sends cease and desist to Region DEI Chair Sabrina Hill after phone conversation was posted online. Now that's barely scraping the surface of what's going on here with this story. Reading, Sabrina Hill, St. Catharines resident, announced herself on the phone call as chair of the Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Committee. She, formerly he, legally changed, said she wasn't speaking in an official capacity, but claimed to be doing a global survey on local leaders, asking about Thompson's position on renaming Marineland Parkway a street in Niagara Falls. Thompson said it had no political support in council and the motion had been sent to staff for a report. Then Hill revealed that it was her motion and asked why Thompson said, as long as it doesn't come back. He denied having said this, but Hill shows a clip. Thompson, 82-year-old veteran councillor and former mayor, was evidently offended by the notion of changing the name of Marineland Parkway, and the conversation quickly devolved. Thompson repeatedly asked for Hill's name and at one point says to the caller, "You're a sick dog." When pressed by Hill as to why he said this, Thompson said he was offended by the disrespect towards the founder of Marineland. Hill's YouTube video of the phone call is embedded below. In the video, towards the end of the call, is a text overlay that makes certain claims that were then disputed in a cease and desist letter by Sullivan Mahoney, which Hill published herself on her second Twitter account. The letter claims the conversation was recorded without the knowledge or consent of Mr. Thompson, and that wording appears which implicates Mr. Thompson in wrongdoing and malfeasance, adding, "In our opinion, these statements may well be defamatory under Canadian law." Hill's other Twitter account was recently put into private mode after a controversial remark, and this is the second Twitter is called Sabrina Hill for Regional Council. So here's the letter, the least interesting or important part of the story, but we do need to listen in.
Second one, 12.2.
So we've got here an open accountability project. It says, Government Transparency and Accountability Investigations with Sabrina Hill. Let's listen in.
Second one, 12.2, street name request, and there was a letter that went along with it regarding Marineland Parkway. What's the direction of council on this one? Councillor? Pardon me?
Refer to staff.
Okay, motion by Councillor Campbell to refer to staff. Do we have a seconder? Councillor Lococo. Do we have any discussion to the motion? Okay, seeing none, we'll call the vote then. All those in favor?
Hello.
Yeah, hi. Is this Councillor Thompson?
Yes, it is.
So first we saw a clip from Niagara Falls City Council where a motion was put forward to rename Marineland Parkway to Siska Boulevard, named after, I guess, a whale. And now we're listening to a phone call that was recorded by Sabrina Hill and posted by Sabrina Hill, which has recently been the subject of some controversy. So let's listen in from the beginning.
Seeing none, we'll call the vote then. All those in favor?
Here we go.
Hello.
Yeah, hi. Is this Councillor Thompson?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, hi. My name is Sabrina Hill. I'm the chairperson for the Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Advisory Committee for the Niagara region. How you doing today?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Good. I'm not calling in my official capacity with the region, but I'm calling in regards to a recent agenda item that I had placed on the on the council meeting for the 21st of June. In regards to renaming Marineland Parkway.
Oh,
I'm just doing a quick kind of global survey, getting a count on who might be supporting and who won't be supporting the motion or my petition.
that I heard was supporting that. It just referred to staff, and there was only one person on there that was in Niagara Falls. Well, why would they?
So I'm just...
Mr. Holder just died.
I just realized I didn't have my audio up there. And so what I was saying was that this is a red flag. It's a red flag that Sabrina Hill and introduces herself as chair of the Diversity, Equity, Inclusion Committee, not calling in my official capacity at the region. I think that is a mistake and a red flag.
Mm-hmm.
And he spent 50 years hiring 800,000 people year round, and brought tourism. At one point, 57% of the overnight stays was because of marine land. And he's died, and they're going to sell it.
No, I understand the current situation with Marineland Parkway and his passing, but I'm just...
That audio is brutal.
I'm a little bit confused as to why you think nobody will support it. Have you talked to your other councillors? Have they told you that they're not going to support it? Because I've heard otherwise.
Yeah, where do you stand? In favor?
Well, I'm the one that brought the motion. I'm the one. Yeah, I'm the one that put the matter on the agenda.
So that is an entirely disingenuous introduction. I'm Sabrina Hill, chair of the Diversity, Equity, Inclusion Advisory Committee for Niagara Region. How are you doing? I'm not calling in my official capacity at the region. I'm doing a global survey. But I'm actually the one who put the motion forward.
In favor?
Well, I'm the one that brought the motion. I'm the one. Yeah, I'm the one that put the matter on the agenda.
What's your name?
Sabrina Hill.
Yeah. So, why would you do that?
Well, primarily because I think it's time that Niagara Falls reflect its current state, where we don't necessarily believe in the commodification and captivity of intelligent sea mammals for...
You're talking to the wrong guy.
Yeah.
So,
well, no,
yeah.
I do know that I'm talking to the wrong guy. I heard your remarks at the city council that you hope the matter doesn't come back.
So this isn't a global survey then?
Okay, I'm sorry, can we get your hands up high? All those in favor? 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's approved. Thank you for that.
As long as it doesn't come back.
I thought you were calling about a global survey, Sabrina. Why are you confronting him about what he said in council if you're calling about a global survey not in your official role as DEI chair?
Pending the staff report.
Nothing was said.
As long as it doesn't come back.
It was just referred to receive and file.
So you're saying that you didn't say that as long as it doesn't come back?
No, I don't say anything.
As long as it doesn't come back.
Well, gotcha, right? Sabrina Hill's got a real gotcha here. So this whole thing, we're now 4 minutes and 45 seconds into this YouTube video, about 4 minutes into the recording of the call, and it began as a casual call, unofficial call from the DEI chair, and then suddenly became a confrontation. Why did you say that? Okay, well, you could have literally started your call that way. Hi, I'm Sabrina Hill. I'm the person who made the motion, and I was not pleased that you said as long as it doesn't come back. But instead, there's literally 4 minutes of subterfuge. 4 minutes of subterfuge. Well, 2 minutes of subterfuge, and we're 4 minutes in.
Nobody did.
Well, I mean, obviously all of city council meetings are...
What's your name? What's your name?
Yeah, my name is Sabrina Hill, as I stated earlier, twice.
And where do you live?
I live in the city of St. Catharines.
You live in a different city?
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Well, you're talking to the wrong. I talked to Cario, Strange, Peter Angelo, Jim Diodati, and they all said the same thing.
So none of them are going to support the name change. They're all in favor of animal abuse and cruelty?
Yeah,
Do you hear that manipulation? None of them are going to support the name change. They're all in favor of animal abuse and cruelty. Like,
don't call me again.
he's not too happy.
I don't understand your hostility. I was just asking.
You're a sick dog.
There we go. So there's the controversial moment. Wayne Thompson, 82-year-old recipient of a phone call that's being recorded after a couple minutes of subterfuge, ends up saying, you're a sick dog.
Sir, excuse me, what are you basing this on?
Because a guy dedicated his life
To
for
torturing
a
animals.
business.
I understand he dedicated 50 years to
Yeah.
holding animals hostage in captate. Like, I recognize that. I believe that's sick. To abuse animals is sick. So are you saying that
write your name down here, and I'm going to talk to some of the people at the region.
Why would you need to talk to anyone at the region except that Sabrina Hill introduced herself as chair of the DEI advisory committee?
About you. You
and
are-
do what? And do what,
Huh?
sir? And do
And hold you accountable for what you just tried to pull?
what, sir?
well, we'll
What
see.
influence do you have in the
But I
region?
think if you're
You mean, what does a 40-year political veteran influence to have in the region? Do you think that if I send them these screenshots and video files, they'll care? No. But if Wayne Thompson sends it, you're toast. You're toast, Sabrina. And you won't be the first one. You won't be the first DEI advisory committee chair to be toast.
trying to do something totally...
You got an old man flustered. Congratulations, Sabrina. Look, I don't have all day to listen to the rest of this video. You can listen to it yourself. Wayne calls back. Here's where the defamatory statements are, which resulted in a letter being sent to Sabrina Hill, who posts it, I'll note, on her campaign page. Now, you may have noticed the tone of the voice of the individual
there,
named Sabrina Hill.
That was in
The tone is
five
not
other-
what you'd expect
their
from a female.
protesters. So,
So having Wayne Thompson a little confused, 82-year-old Wayne Thompson not able to know Sabrina Hill? I'm sorry, it sounds like I'm talking to a man. You just have a very masculine voice, I guess. You'll remember Sabrina Hill from last week. I posted this from her other account. Pierre Poilievre, besides being super anti-democratic, he also seems to be firmly planted in the anti-science, anti-reality camps. Okay, that's your opinion. I do not dispute the fact that there are a lot of very stupid people that will vote for this moron. This does not bode well for my country. Said Sabrina Hill, who is the chair of the DEI committee and running for council. This was in response to a tweet that said that Poilievre called vaccine mandates unfair scientific bullying, and he said he encourages everyone to keep protesting government attacks on our freedom. So that really does put it into perspective. I ended up asking Sabrina at the time on June 25th, you were the chair of the DEI committee, correct? Do you favor vaccination mandates? Are you saying that anyone who does not favor vaccination mandates is, quote, anti-science, anti-reality, and very stupid? The consequence there was that took the account private. None of the content of Sabrina Hill's other account, Sabrina C. Hill, the Picasso of pixels, can be seen since this interaction. So as you just saw, put the story together, this story here. NF Councillor Wayne Thompson sends cease and desist to Region DEI Chair Sabrina Hill after phone conversation posted online, kind of burying the lead in that headline. I posted it here. You can see that there. You'll remember also Sabrina Hill was on location. That's right, just minutes. So this tweet here, June 23rd, posted at about 5 in the morning. Here's Sabrina Hill at the Pride Crosswalk unveiling, saying that it meant to her, missing in my young life at a time was a system of support. The support systems are still in their infancy, just now being realized. There are places and allies in our community for young people to speak out. While the work of our public institutions to assist gender diverse residents is never entirely complete, this crosswalk is a symbol, a pledge. More precisely, this crosswalk serves as a beacon. This crosswalk represents more than just some paint on a well-trafficked road. It's a symbol of acceptance, pride, of hope and opportunity. Thank you to everyone who made this happen, for letting the next young version of me out there know that their existence is acknowledged, accepted, that they are loved, and there is hope. Nice words, nice words. Just 6 hours later, earlier, was tweeting this. I do not dispute the fact that there are a lot of very stupid people that will vote for this moron. This will not bode well for my country. Interesting, interesting. Moving forward to see what else we have. Yes. So, for being called a sick dog, Sabrina Hill has forked over what is apparently $500 to file an integrity commissioner complaint with the city of Niagara Falls. And for some reason, this is being covered by Ray Spiteri in the Niagara Falls Review. Falls election should not impact whether code of conduct complaint against veteran councillor will be investigated, clerk says. Really? That's interesting to know. There's a bunch of yada yada in the story. For some reason, it's not behind a paywall, this one, so you can check it out. Thompson said Hill called me very aggressively and tried to change my mind when it comes to his long-standing support for Marineland. He also felt that Hill was egging him on, adding it was a setup. And I believe I've just demonstrated that there was a few minutes of subterfuge. And yeah, I would agree with that assessment. Although I wouldn't say it's the best of things to say you're a sick dog. I don't think that's the best of choices of words, but no, Sabrina Hill is willing to be so offended. How dare you, sir, that they'll spend $10,000 if this is taken by the integrity commissioner to tell an 82-year-old man that calling someone a sick dog is bad news. Okay, take his 15 days of pay. Take 90 days of his pay. It's a joke. Here's Sabrina Hill's official campaign Twitter. Noticed Niagara-based. Hello, it's nice to be noticed. And transgender animal rights activist Sabrina Hill used her title as chair of the Niagara Region DEI Advisory Committee and claimed she is doing a global survey, but really the call was for her own activism for renaming Marineland Parkway. It didn't go well. Sabrina's comments here. Transgender? Check. Activist? Check. It didn't go well. For Wayne, understatement. I'm sure the troll behind this egg account thinks trans and activist are derogatory. They aren't. They just mean I'm awesome. Okay. Well, I chose those words because I felt they were accurate. You are, Sabrina Hill, in response, you are a transgender animal rights activist. Are you not? So that's not really that derogatory then. And to try to read my mind as if, just look at you try to read my mind here. I'm sure the troll behind this egg account thinks trans and activists are derogatory. Really, you can read my mind. Good job. Well, I can read your tweets. Here's another interpretation, screenshotting my tweet here on WTF Niagara. The more these leftists exploit the integrity commissioner process, the more I regret not filing complaints of our own. Sabrina Hill misrepresented herself by claiming to be calling as chair of the Niagara Region DEI, doing a global survey before launching into a vegan rant. Sabrina Hill saying, it shouldn't come as a surprise that a pro-animal abuse, pro-Thompson account is not so subtly #transphobic. This all seems pretty par for the course. Adding, this is one of those accounts that is widely mocked for believing some pretty insane conspiracy theories. Widely mocked. Interesting claim to make. So that is an update. There you go. You just got updated. You just got updated on the situation. I think that's everything to do with that one. There's some more we can cover. We're about 15 minutes into the afternoon update, and there's another take we can do, but I might just do this as its own thing. I think it deserves to be its own thing. Coming up next time, maybe I'll just do another video and I'll just keep going, but coming up next time, St. Catharines Regional Councillor Lori Ip on the Region Diversity Committee survey makes some very interesting comments, especially towards the end. These comments are relevant in our investigation of the DEI 5-year plan, which I will show you here on page 42 of the Diversity, Equity, Inclusion Community Experiences survey. Wait, I'm on the wrong page. Am I on the right page? That's the wrong page. Get out of here. Page 7. Let's go to page 7. The top 10 types of discrimination experienced. The entire purpose of DEI, the ostensible purpose to address bigotry towards sexual orientation and race, really comes in 9th and 10th, whereas coming in 4th is none other than vaccination status. And I really wanted to end this episode on this point, because when the people of Niagara were asked what type of discrimination they've experienced, coming in 4th was vaccination status, and yet the individual responsible for the committee, the DEI chair, regards vaccination status to be anti-science, anti-reality morons. So, and failed, neglected to, in fact, put their account into private when asked to specify. So, very troubling, because the people of Niagara have spoken. Vaccination status, 24%, 1/4. They say here somewhere that, so the point is that DEI is ill-equipped, woefully ill-equipped to handle the types of discrimination people feel they're experiencing. And worse, they have advocates who have gone out of their way to actively mock and ridicule over 1/4 of respondents of their own survey. Let that sink in, my friends. Let that sink in. Next time, same bat place, same bat time. NiagaraBase.com.